Are you tired of waking up with aches and pains every day? Imagine if a simple soak in Epsom salt water could help make a dozen of those problems disappear. Well, stick around, because today we're talking about 12 health issues seniors can tackle just by using Epsom salt water, and how to do it. By the end of this video, you might be grabbing a bag of Epsom salt and wondering why you didn't try this sooner. Let's dive in. Arthritis and joint pain. Let's start with arthritis and joint pain, a common issue for many seniors. Those stiff knees, achy hips, or swollen finger joints can really slow you down. A warm Epsom salt soak might be just what you need. Epsom salt is rich in magnesium, which is known to help relax muscles and possibly reduce inflammation. To ease arthritis pain, dissolve some Epsom salt in warm water and soak the painful joints. You can do this in a bathtub if multiple areas hurt, or just use a basin for something like arthritic hands or feet. After 15 minutes or so, many people feel their joints loosen up and pain eases as the warmth and magnesium work their magic. It's an old-fashioned remedy that can bring modern comfort. And if you don't have any Epsom salt at home, you can find a trusted product linked in the description below to get you started. Muscle aches and cramps. Next up, those pesky muscle aches and cramps. Whether you've overdone it in the garden, have sore legs from walking, or get nighttime leg cramps, Epsom salt can help here too. The magnesium in Epsom salt helps muscles relax, which is exactly what tight, tired muscles need. To use it, fill a tub or basin with warm water and stir in Epsom salt, about 1 to 2 cups for a full bath or a half cup for a foot or leg soak. Then soak the area that's bothering you. If it's your whole body that's sore, sink into a warm Epsom salt bath. If it's just your feet or calves, a foot soak will do. After soaking for a while, muscle tension tends to melt away, and cramps may calm down because the warmth boosts circulation and the minerals soothe your muscle fibers. It's like giving your muscles a gentle massage from the inside out. And remember, if you don't have Epsom salt on hand, check the description for our recommended product. We've got a trusted option linked down there. Foot pain and swelling. Now let's talk about foot pain and swelling. As we age, it's common for our feet and ankles to swell after a long day, or just feel achy from years of use. Epsom salt to the rescue again. A simple foot soak in warm Epsom salt water can do wonders for tired, swollen feet. The warm water reduces swelling by improving circulation, and the Epsom salt helps draw out excess fluid and inflammation from your feet. Just fill a basin with comfortable warm water. Mix in some Epsom salt, a half cup or so is plenty, and soak your feet for about 15 to 20 minutes. You'll likely feel relief as the soreness fades and your feet feel lighter. This is great to do in the evening while you relax with a book or TV. By the time you're done, your feet won't be throbbing anymore. If you haven't got any Epsom salt at home, don't worry. There's a trusted product linked in the description you can check out. Stress and anxiety relief. How about stress and anxiety? Life can get stressful at any age, and seniors certainly aren't immune to worries and tension. An Epsom salt bath is a wonderful way to unwind and calm your mind. Warm water alone is relaxing, but adding Epsom salt may enhance the effect. Magnesium is often called nature's relaxant. It can help your brain produce serotonin, that feel-good hormone that lifts your mood and eases stress. So when you soak in an Epsom salt bath, you're not just relaxing your muscles, you're also potentially helping your mind feel more at peace. Many people find that a 20-minute soak in a warm tub with a couple cups of Epsom salt leaves them feeling more centered and less anxious. It's like the worries of the day just dissolve away. Light a candle, play some soft music, and it becomes a spa-like therapy for stress. And if you need Epsom salt for your stress-busting soak, we've placed a link in the description to a product we trust, so you can easily grab some. Better sleep, insomnia, help. If you're struggling with insomnia or just not sleeping as soundly as you used to, Epsom salt might help with that too. One big reason people can't sleep is that they're tense, stressed, or have aches that keep them up. By taking an Epsom salt bath in the evening, you set yourself up for a good night's rest. The warm water relaxes your body. And as we just mentioned, the magnesium from Epsom salt can calm your nerves and mind. Imagine soaking in a tub for a little while, then coming out already feeling drowsy and relaxed. It's much easier to drift off to sleep when your muscles are loose and your mind is quiet. Try making it a routine, maybe an Epsom salt foot soak or bath an hour before bedtime. Even if you don't love baths, a quick foot soak while you sip some herbal tea could do the trick. It signals to your body that it's time to slow down. So if counting sheep isn't cutting it, consider an Epsom salt soak in your bedtime routine. And of course, if you're out of Epsom salt, you can find our trusted product linked in the description to help you get started on those better zizzes. Constipation relief. Constipation can be an uncomfortable issue that many seniors face from time to time. Here's some good news. Epsom salt can actually help get things moving again. In fact, the magnesium sulfate in Epsom salt is an FDA-approved laxative when used properly. Now, this isn't about bathing. This is one case where you drink the Epsom salt, dissolved in water, instead of soaking in it. If you're backed up, you can dissolve a small dose of Epsom salt in a glass of water. For example, about 1 to 2 teaspoons in 8 ounces of water, but always follow the directions on the package. Drink it up, and within a few hours you should feel relief as it gently helps you have a bowel movement. The magnesium draws water into your intestines, softening the stool and making it easier to go. Just be cautious. Only use this remedy occasionally, not every day, because you don't want your body to become dependent on it. And it's always wise to check with a doctor if you have frequent constipation. But for occasional backup, this old home remedy can save the day. Make sure to stay near a bathroom after taking it, since it can work a bit quickly sometimes. If you don't have any Epsom salt in the house for this, there's a reliable product linked in the description below, so you can be prepared next time nature needs a little nudge. Dry or rough skin, exfoliation. Ever notice your skin getting drier or rougher as you've gotten older? Seniors often deal with dry, flaky skin or rough patches, like calluses on the feet or elbows that feel like sandpaper. Epsom salt can come to the rescue as a gentle exfoliator and softener for your skin. When you dissolve it in water and soak, or even use the grains to lightly scrub your skin, it helps remove dead skin cells and leaves your skin feeling smoother. For example, if you have rough feet or cracked heels, try an Epsom salt foot soak. The salt will help soften the hard skin and make it easier to gently scrub away. After soaking, you can use a pumice stone or just a washcloth to rub the softened calluses, and you'll see the dead skin come off more easily. Even just soaking in an Epsom salt bath will help your whole body skin feel less itchy and dry. Some people mix a handful of Epsom salt with a bit of olive oil or lotion to make a homemade scrub for knees or elbows. It's natural and effective. Just remember not to overdo it. Maybe a couple times a week at most. because Epsom salt can be drying if used too frequently without moisturizing. After your soak or scrub, pat dry, and apply a good moisturizer to lock in the softness. You'll be surprised how silky your skin can feel. And if you need some Epsom salt to pamper your skin, check out the description for a trusted product link. We've got you covered. Itchy skin and irritations. Got an itch or skin irritation? Epsom salt might help soothe that as well. Whether it's a mosquito bite, a mild rash, or a bit of sunburn, the anti-inflammatory properties of Epsom salt can bring relief. When you mix Epsom salt with water, you can use it as a soak or even a compress on itchy areas. For instance, if you have a bug bite that's driving you crazy, try dissolving a tablespoon of Epsom salt in a cup of warm or cool water. Soak a clean washcloth in that solution and gently press it on the bite or itchy spot for a few minutes. Many people find that the magnesium in the Epsom salt helps reduce the swelling and itch, calming the skin. The same trick can work for sunburn or an annoying rash. An Epsom salt bath or compress can take out some of the redness and discomfort. It's a gentle way to find relief without a bunch of chemicals. Just be sure your skin isn't broken open badly. This is for minor irritations, not serious wounds. But for those everyday itches and ouches, like the kind you get from gardening, think bug bites or brushing against something like poison ivy, an Epsom salt soak can be a real skin soother. If you need to grab some Epsom salt to try this out, there's a link in the description to a product we trust, so you won't have to scratch around trying to find it. Bruises and sprains. Minor injuries happen to all of us. Maybe you bumped your leg on the coffee table and got a nasty bruise, or you twisted your ankle slightly while stepping off a curb. For these kinds of bruises and sprains, Epsom salt soaks are a tried and true home remedy. When you soak a bruised or swollen area in warm Epsom salt water, it can help reduce the swelling and inflammation. The warmth of the water improves blood flow, which can help clear out the bruise quicker, and the Epsom salt's magnesium may assist in easing the pain. For a bruised leg or sore knee, you could use a basin or even take a bath with Epsom salt. For a sprained ankle, a bucket or a large bowl works well. Immerse the ankle and let it soak. After about 15 to 20 minutes, you'll likely notice that the area is less puffy and feels more comfortable. It's not a miracle cure. You still need rest and maybe an ice pack initially for a fresh injury. But Epsom salt soaks can certainly speed up the healing process and give you relief. Many athletes use this trick for a reason. So the next time you see a bruise or feel a mild sprain, consider giving it an Epsom salt bath. And if you're out of Epsom salt, remember you can find a trusted product linked in the description to have some on hand when you need it. Ingrown toenails and foot infections. Oh, those pesky ingrown toenails. If you've ever had one, you know how painful they can get. The area around the toe gets red, swollen, and sometimes even infected. One of the best home remedies for an ingrown toenail is to soak your foot in warm Epsom salt water. The Epsom salt not only reduces the swelling, but also helps fight infection by drawing out any pus and bringing down inflammation. It softens the skin around the toe, which can make it easier to gently lift the ingrown part of the nail or cut it out, if you know how, or you can let your podiatrist do that. Even if you're not up for messing with the nail, the soak itself will give you pain relief. Do it a couple of times a day when you have an ingrown nail. Fill a basin with warm water, dissolve a good amount of Epsom salt in it, say 1/2 cup or so, and soak your foot for 15 minutes. you'll likely find that the throbbing eases up and the area feels less tender afterward. This trick also works for other minor foot infections or issues. Say you have a small cut or a blister that you're worried could get infected. An Epsom salt soak can help keep it clean and reduce irritation. Just remember, severe infections still need a doctor. But for mild ones, an Epsom salt soak is often the first thing they'll recommend anyway. If you don't already have some Epsom salt ready for your next ingrown toenail flare-up, you can find a reliable product in the description link below. Headaches and migraines. Believe it or not, an Epsom salt bath might even help with headaches or migraines. It sounds a little odd at first. How could soaking in a tub help your head? But think about the tension and tight muscles that often come with headaches, especially tension headaches. The magnesium in Epsom salt can help relax those muscles, including the ones around your neck and shoulders that might be contributing to the headache. Also, when you're in a warm, soothing bath, your blood vessels dilate and blood flow improves, which can relieve pressure in your head. Many people with migraines or frequent headaches say that a quiet soak in an Epsom salt bath actually lessens their pain, or sometimes even stops a headache in its tracks. At the very least, it's deeply relaxing, which can't hurt when you're in pain. If you don't have a bathtub, even an Epsom salt foot soak, while you sit quietly in a dim room, might help ease a headache. Some find relief by drawing the circulation down to their feet. The key is to let your whole body relax. Next time you feel a headache coming on, it could be worth trying an Epsom salt soak in addition to your usual remedy. It's a gentle, natural option that might make a difference. And if you're low on Epsom salt, check the description for our trusted product link so you're prepared when a headache strikes. Foot odor and fungus, athlete's foot. Finally, let's address something a bit uncomfy but common: foot odor and athlete's foot. If you find that your feet get a little smelly or you're dealing with that itchy peeling skin between your toes, an Epsom salt foot soak may offer relief. While Epsom salt isn't a strong antifungal on its own, it does create a less hospitable environment for fungus and bacteria. Soaking your feet in warm Epsom salt water helps in a few ways. First, it can help neutralize odors by killing off bacteria that cause the smell and by washing away sweat and impurities. Second, if you have athlete's foot, which is a fungal infection, the soak will soften the dry, tough skin and help exfoliate the flaky areas. This makes it easier for any antifungal creams you use afterward to penetrate the skin. And even by itself, the soak can temporarily ease the itching and burning. The magnesium also reduces inflammation, so the red, irritated skin between your toes will feel better after soaking. To do this, dissolve a half cup of Epsom salt in a warm foot basin and soak your feet for about 15 minutes. Do it nightly if you're battling foot odor or fungus, and you'll likely notice your feet smelling fresher and the itching improving. Just be sure to dry your feet thoroughly after each soak, since keeping them dry helps prevent fungus from growing. Finish with a dash of foot powder or moisturizer as needed, and you're good to go. If you need some quality Epsom salt to start caring for your feet, remember there's a link in the description to a product we recommend. Your toes will thank you. Who should avoid Epsom salt? Before you start filling up the tub, let's quickly go over who might need to be careful with Epsom salt. Generally, Epsom salt soaks are safe for most people, but there are a few exceptions. If you have diabetes, especially with neuropathy or foot issues, you should be cautious about soaking your feet. Why? Diabetes can make it harder for you to feel temperature, so you could accidentally use water that's too hot, and can dry out your skin, leading to cracks or infections. Always check with your doctor if you're diabetic and want to do regular foot soaks. Also, if you have open wounds, severe skin infections, or burns, it's best to avoid Epsom salt baths on those areas. Salt can irritate open skin, and you don't want to make things worse. For internal use, drinking Epsom salt water as a laxative, there are some people who should steer clear unless a doctor says it's okay. If you have kidney disease, you must not consume Epsom salt. Your kidneys might not be able to process the excess magnesium, and that could lead to serious complications. Likewise, people with heart conditions should be careful, because sudden changes in magnesium levels from drinking Epsom salt could affect their heart rhythm or blood pressure. And although this video is aimed at seniors, it's worth mentioning. Epsom salt laxatives aren't for children or for pregnant women without medical supervision. In any case, never exceed the recommended dosage when taking it by mouth. More is definitely not better in this scenario. Too much Epsom salt internally can cause severe diarrhea, leading to dehydration, or upset your stomach in a hurry. If you're soaking in Epsom salt baths, drink some water afterward, because warm baths can be a bit dehydrating too. And always listen to your body. If you ever feel dizzy, lightheaded, or not quite right during a soak, get out slowly and rest. As with any remedy, moderation is key. When in doubt, consult your healthcare provider, especially if you have underlying health conditions or take medications. They can give you the go-ahead and peace of mind. Now that you know how Epsom salt water might help with everything from your aching joints to those itchy mosquito bites, it might be worth giving it a try. Sometimes the simplest remedies really are the best. An Epsom salt soak is easy, affordable, and soothing. A little act of self-care that can make a big difference in how you feel. So go ahead and run a nice warm bath or prepare a foot soak. Take some time for yourself and let that Epsom salt work its wonders. Your body will thank you, and you just might find a new favorite ritual to keep you feeling your best. Happy soaking, and take care.